follow-up methods and best practices, right? You got phone calls, text. Be thinking about too, like what are you used to using, right? What follow-up are you used to doing? Phone calls, text, emails, video messages, and door knocking. The video messages, I'm going to give you a little bonus here in a few minutes related to that. But that's a strong. I got a crazy bonus most agents in the world are not doing. That as soon as you do it, dude, your freaking world is about to blow up. Okay, here's an example of the wrong call when I'm following up with someone. Do not ask who they are. Do not use the client's last name. Do not use your last name. Do not use your company name. And do not pause without asking questions. Okay? That most of you, I would say 95% of you, maybe 99%, maybe 100% of people that watch this course are violating this part right here. Because here's the example of the normal call. Hello, is Betty Smith available? Hey, Betty Smith, this is Cody Askins with Follow-Up Formula Insurance Agency. How are you doing today? Oh, good. Thanks, Betty. Well, you went online and said you wanted a quote for life insurance. And then they give you an objection and they hang up. Like, dude, that was the worst call you could ever make. But that is what most people do. Please stop doing that. Okay? Please stop doing that. Here's the right call. Here's the right call. Hey, Betty. And you notice I didn't say, is this Betty? I didn't say, is this Betty? I said, Betty? Hey, Betty, this is Cody. That's it, right? I'm following up. I also like, I also love, one of my personal favorites is getting back to you, right? Hey, Betty, this is Cody. I'm getting back to you about your request for more information. I just need to confirm a couple details so I can get this information over to you quickly. I see you're at 123 Main Avenue in Texas. Is that correct? And I'm not speaking without asking a question. There's no random pauses. Every time I talk, I finish with a question. Right? And so that's, and it could be color, it could be hobby, it could be all kind of stuff. But like, Betty, my favorite, Betty, this is Cody. Hey, I'm getting back to you about your request for the final expense information. Boom. I'm going to continue right into, okay, I just need to confirm a couple details. You're still in Texas. Yes? Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Again, I'm trying to, because the part of this right call early on is I'm trying to avoid objections. I'm trying to avoid objections and get through this with information. Okay. And I'm just trying to keep them engaged. I'm trying to eliminate objections. And because a lot of times when you call someone and you say, is this John? Right? Well, if the lead says John and a dude answers the phone, just say John, right? Because what happens is if you ask them, you're going to get lied to a bunch. Or if you say, hey, this is Cody with Formula Insurance. I don't know who that is. What is that? Right? Like you're giving them a chance to interject. I don't ask who they are. I already know who they are. I don't ask client's last name. I don't use client's last name. It's irrelevant. I don't use my last name. They're definitely not going to remember. I don't use my company name because it gives them a chance to interject if they don't know the company already. And I don't pause by asking questions. Again, these are basics, but 99% of the industry does not do this correctly. Still, I've been doing this for 9 years, guys. 99% of the industry still doesn't do it correct. That's on me. I take full responsibility. We're about to fix it together. Would you agree? Okay, that's the right call though. Okay, wrong call, right call. If they don't answer, leave a voicemail, right? It's okay. If you have tech that can drop a voicemail, great. If you don't, leave a brief one, man. Don't stop with voicemails, texts, and emails. Do not vomit on them. Do not say a bunch of stuff. Like do not leave long voicemails. Dude, I get these 1, 2, 3 minute voicemails and I'm ready to pull my hair out. I never listen to them, by the way. Do you ever listen to long voicemails? Probably don't, right? You probably don't. So, Betty, this is Cody. In this example, right? I just helped someone in your exact situation. Call me back when you get a second, right? There's all kind of different voicemails. There's hey Betty, it's Cody getting back to you. I just had a quick question. Leave my phone number twice. There could be, hey, oh, hey, buddy, this is Cody. I've got really good news. Call me back as soon as you can, right? It provides urgency, different types of voicemails, right? So I've got a few different voicemails in my arsenal. Quick question, good news, right? If I don't hear back, we're just going to ship it out. No worries. Then they're really going to call, like I got a few different voicemails in my arsenal that can really make this thing hum, right? Follow up with a text after leaving a voicemail. I love following up with a text. Uh, Text, one of the best things you can do. Texting. Speaking of text messages, 98% of text messages are opened, and 45. Who got a text while you were watching this course and you saw it and you read it? Guess what? Me too. 98% of text messages are opened, and 45% get replies. Right? 45% get replies. That's almost half. That's a big, heavy number. But almost all get opened. What's the goal? Get them to see you and respond to you. Okay, good. So here's best practices for effective follow-up text. Keep it short and to the point, brief. Make it feel personal, not automated if you can. Also, if they even text messages, if they have an iPhone and they get a green bubble, they're gonna play around in their head that maybe it is automated. Maybe it's automated. Maybe it's not a real person. So if I've got an iPhone and I get an iMessage, I assume it's a real person. But if I don't, and this isn't an iPhone, Android thing, I get it. I poke fun at Androids all the time, but because I have an iPhone. However, I am trying to make it seem like I'm a real human, if that makes sense. And that I'm not just randomly, I got a text earlier. Jeez Louise, I think I may have deleted it already. But I've got plenty, I'm sure. Um, Let me see if yeah, like, hey, this is L. There are new marked down nationwide health insurance options for 2025. Do you want to learn more about pricing? What? Right? Freaking terrible text messages. Also just a text blast, but either way, it's terrible. Okay, make it feel personal. Use urgency and scarcity strategically. Right? Urgency. Quick question. Good news. Hey, can you call me back? And we need to chat within the next hour if we can. Follow up after calls and voicemails. Keep following up too, especially with text, right? And use emojis sparingly to add warmth, but keep it professional. Some people get carried away with emojis nowadays. Um, I use it a little, but I used to use them too much, right? But you don't notice it until that's the case. You don't notice until that's the case. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Emails. 33% of people open emails based on the subject line alone. 33% of people open emails based on the subject line alone. Right? 33% open. So if you think, and I'm shocked it's not even higher. Like it's literally subject line. John, quick question for you. You're missing out on this. Last chance to lock this in. Follow up after calls and voice. Yeah. So like, here's another one. I was thinking about your situation, right? Email is a good thing to follow up with after calls and voicemails. So you think about, one of my favorites is this one's. I wonder if you guys have been on my email list for a while, you've seen this. One of my favorites is, "Can you meet me there?" And then they assume they're like, I'm asking them to meet them somewhere, right? Like that's a gold email subject line. Another one, Abby on our social media manager, she used recently was she would put like invitation colon and then like an event. So make it look like it's a calendar invite, right? Talk about, your email rate skyrocketing. Get creative with emails. And again, a lot of it, the goal is to get them to see you and respond. So keep it really, really, really simple. Okay. Really simple. Next is video messages. Video messages add a personal touch to follow-ups, making them more engaging and memorable than plain text. Tools like Loom or even a simple phone recorded video can help build trust and increase response rates. Stats that support video follow-ups. Video messages get 3 times higher response rates than traditional emails or text. Can you believe that? 3 times higher. And most of you have never sent a lead a video from you. I bet almost 99.99% of the industry has never done this. We had an agent that's working our CABOOM Leads. She doubled her on the leads she couldn't get a hold of. She got a hold of, this were leads that she couldn't get a hold of. And then days later, she sends them a video message with their name in it. Half of them responded. The goal is to get a response. And this is one of the, is this gold or is this gold? This is one of the best things you can do. Everybody's terrified to do it. Nobody does this, but it will absolutely change the game at getting responses. 80% of people recall a video message better than a written one. I think I would agree. And videos create a stronger emotional connection, leading to more conversions. This is insane. I'm going to even do one live for you really quick, too. Okay. So use their name, right? John, this is Cody. Hey, I just wanted you to know I'm a real person. I'm not an AI or a bot or anything else. I'm getting back to you about the information. I just need about 5 minutes, have a couple quick questions. Can we chat this afternoon or would tomorrow morning be better? Talk soon. Thanks. Boom. Simple, right? That was what, 15, 16 seconds? And it's, this is Cody. Hey, I just wanted you to know I'm a real person. I'm not an AI or a bot or anything else. I'm getting back to you about the information. I just need about 5 minutes, have a couple quick questions. Can we chat this afternoon or would tomorrow morning be better? Talk soon. Thanks. Is that insane or what? Is that insane or what? And guess what? It's 15, 16 seconds. It's showing you're a real person. I'm using their name. I'm using my name. I'm letting them know like I'm actually a real person, like following up. Because people assume nowadays that it's just tech. Like I was at a small group church dinner the other night. I'm in a with a group of people, and one of the guys got a phone call. He spent 7 minutes on the call. It was earlier in the day, but it was one of the guys at the dinner. His company was the one making calls to book like solar appointments. It was an AI caller. They spent 7 minutes on the phone. The other person that goes to church with him booked an appointment and thought it was a real person. They met up at dinner. This dude is like, "Hey, man, that Jeremy guy on your team does a really good job." And the guy's like, "Did Jeremy?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a phone call. I booked an appointment." He's like, "Oh," he's like, "That was AI." And the guy's like, "No way. Are you serious? No freaking chance that was AI, right?" So the cool thing is, that was you can people are getting those kind of calls, they're getting those kind of texts, those kind of emails, right? That's kind of follow up. This can make it seem real, bring it to life, right? So the video message thing is insane, right? If you done this before? Because most people have never done this, and it's probably out of everything, it's probably the most gold thing you can do based on this, just because of the follow up, the personal touch, right? And it helps a lot. Okay, so to continue with, actually, I missed a couple things. It's in your workbook though, even though it's not on my PowerPoint. Also, there's a little bit more in the workbook than on the PowerPoint. This is just a guide for me. Um, Oh, example video script. I didn't even see this on here. Example video script. Hey, John, I just wanted to personally check in with you. We talked about blank. This could be a great solution for you. I'd love to help you answer questions and make the process easier for you. Let's connect and we'll set up a time to chat. That could work for sure. I gave you a different variation. So now you get a couple different variations of video scripts, right? Also, best practices for video follow-up. Keep it short and engaging. 30 to 60 seconds is ideal. I would say that's even long. It's fine. It's ideal. Don't go over a minute. Goodness gracious. But I like 15 to 30 seconds. If you can do it that short. Some people, they just can't do videos that short, but it's important. Get to the point quickly. Use their name, right? Personalization makes it feel like a one-on-one message, not a mass follow-up. Show energy and enthusiasm. Like I think that is not that hard to do, you know. Personalization makes it feel like one message, not mass follow up. Oh, yeah, your energy, enthusiasm, your tone, and facial expressions can convey confidence and sincerity. Mention a specific detail, reference a past conversation, their needs or their goals. Right. So if you think through some of that along the way, dude, you're just using their name. They're showing energy and enthusiasm, and then you're mentioning a specific details. Maybe it's hobby. Right? Let's go. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. Past conversation, needs, goals. Maybe it's hobby. Maybe it's where they're located. Oh, you're in Texas. Oh, wow, you're in Dallas. I'm a huge Cowboys fan. My dad has season tickets. If we ever get a game we can't go to, would you want the tickets? Like, dude, get creative, man. You know, have some fun with this. That's also too, a lot of this stuff it revolves around getting in touch with people, but what type of energy? This is not like part of the training, but what type of energy are you putting out to the world, through video, through text, through calls? Like, I believe that, we're having our biggest months ever. We'll have our biggest year ever by far. And I think it's because of the energy we put out. Like, we looks like we're having fun and we're happy, like, and we are, and people can tell and feel it, right? When I meet people, I can tell if they're in a good headspace or they're not. And so protecting my headspace and being happy, it is worth millions to me. It's so valuable and important. So valuable and important. Okay. So, also include a clear call to action. Like I said, hey, I need about 5 minutes. Just have a couple of questions. Would this afternoon or tomorrow morning be better? Let me know. Again, call to action, or get them to do something, right? Put clear. Schedule a quick call. Reply to this message. Let me know what you think. Like, again, you're pushing them to do stuff, right? It's pushing them to do stuff. Okay. Again, video messages, freaking gold, man. Freaking gold. Okay. Door knocking. I'll do this quick. Not the whole world isn't door knocking anymore, but man, I made so much money. I made so much money door knocking. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars door knocking. Actually, cold door knocking too. Still one of the most personal and effective follow-up strategy, especially for local leads. Knocking doors. We have people that buy our local county CABOOM leads, and they're making 5 to 10 grand every week just door knocking the leads. They don't even call them. They just door knock them. Wild. Door knocking works. It cuts through the noise. Unlike calls, texts, and emails, a personal visit is hard to ignore. It's also hard for them to blow you off, right? Because you're at their door. Most people can be rude on the phone. They can be a keyboard warrior, but when you show up at their door, they're probably not going to be rude. I'm just not. Most people are not rude face to face. Creates instant rapport. People are more likely to buy from someone they met in person. Would you agree? I mean, my closing rate's higher. Can I still make millions of dollars over the phone? Totally, but my closing rate's going to be higher in person. Overcome objections quickly. You can handle concerns on the spot, making it easier to close, and it works well for follow-up. If someone has gone cold, an in-person visit can definitely re-engage them, right? Can definitely re-engage them. So, best practices for door knocking at the bottom of your door knocking page in your workbook. Best practices for door knocking. Dress professionally and be confident. And again, you don't have to dress in suit and tie if you're door knocking, okay? But dress professionally and be confident. Your appearance and energy set the tone for the interaction. Very important. Use a friendly, non-pushy approach. Introduce yourself and reference past conversations if you had them. Have a leave behind material. If they're not home or ready to talk, leave a personalized note or cards. People leave sticky notes on doors, like delivery slips. I've seen that. Like they're trying to deliver something, so they get an inbound call back, which is pretty funny. It works. Use the warm knock approach. If they've shown interest before, mention it to make them feel more comfortable. Track your visits and follow up again. If not available, note it down and try again at a different time. Okay. Does that make sense? Also, from those different sections, what section, whether it's text messages, emails, video messages, or door knocking, do you need to get better at? Right? Like if you just implemented one of those sections, just implemented a piece of this, the whole thing is going to blow up. Right? It's all going to get better. And I'm telling you what, guys, I can jump in, no matter when you're watching this or where you're watching this, dude, I can jump into your company and we can go make infinitely more money than you are making today just by jumping into your organization and helping you. Like, I am so confident in that. I think I can put anybody on track to make 7 figures in 90 days.